John Jerry Steve returning to the streams. This is his first day on the job this week. Right, let me put some of these, turn some of these down again. Okay. Very good, as I'm sure you can agree. Hello, Small Human! Hello, Isaac. Ayo. At first I thought the chair was LB's hair. Almost. Almost. One of these days, everything is just going to blend into one massive chair. So once we get to that day, it'll be quite interesting. So let's see, where did we get to? So we did the morgue last time. So let me just quickly remix this because if it remixes, just need to wait and see. Is it going to remix? Yes, no, okay. I think we're getting there. Slowly. Alright, so today I'm going to try and do the grounds. So outside of the hospital, there's basically the main hospital's here. It connects to a smaller building here. And then the other side connects to another smaller building. But in the middle, there's some grounds, I guess you could call it, where people can just walk around, chill on a bench, enjoy the greenery, that sort of thing. So I'll make that today as much as I can, and if we find ourselves with more time, I might also start the cafeteria from the second building. So we're making some good progress now. We're actually getting pretty close to the end of the hospital sections. So since this is all outdoors, we don't really need this stuff, do we? Goodbye, morgue. It was lovely to know you. And I'll try and see if I can add Isaac's song to the stream. There's no promises. I'll definitely try though. Look, how the hell did he get up there? What is going on? Who rotated him? No one rotated him. I don't know. I give up now. So let me see if we can get Isaac's song in. I know that it's a bit of a machine. I was hoping I could just like put your name in, it would come up. Right, I think it's this one, isn't it? Is this the right one? Let's see. Got cathedral bells as well. That's quite creepy. Some suspense. Didn't tell me about those, did you? Double tap an object, then just select the ones you want to keep. I'll get confused. It's hard to see where the outline is, you know. I mean, it's 21% gameplay thermal. Really? Okay. 30% I think you'll find. 30%. Yeah, this might not work. Let me see, what have we got? How much gameplay thermal do we have? I don't want it to go like too extreme. Now we're at 53. I guess we could maybe push it out a little bit, but obviously we might have to change a few things. I like the skull though, it represents exactly what your track is like, and yeah, so 30%. This track is going to totally destroy the stream, I think. So I'll put that together with the other ones that we made. What is this stuff? Like, how do I connect this stuff? There's like 2 timelines. Right, so what I'll do is I'll play your track first, and then we can play the other tracks. And I'll try and promote your track. So it's called Underground Mission. So we'll go in here. Remember this little handy device, and I'll update your promo. So there you go. Let's go to Underground Mission. I really need to spend time though to update all these because there's more Dreams that I want to promote. I just honestly haven't had time to go back to this yet. So there you go, I'll put that there for anyone else that joins the stream later on and maybe they don't know about your track. So let's go with the flow there. He fell, finally he fell. Hold on, I need to turn this off. Okay, so it should be your track that's playing now. An absolute mammoth of a machine. Hold on. Right, let me just get closer to the start point. Cathedral Bells, Pad and Suspense 1 are just instruments, but they sound pretty good, so they could be used. They could be used in some capacity. By the time it's over, you'll be finished with the scene, pretty much. We'll be like, okay, bye guys, that's us finished with the stream. Thanks a lot. Yeah, no problem. I'll need to update this a lot more because this is just like a little test. Obviously, I need to really go over it again. It's because I've been doing so many other streams that I've just kind of... I just don't have much time. So let's use your method here, right? Nah, wait, I won't actually. Because if I select everything, I'm going to have to go back and select all the music, and screw that. Plus, this is more fun. Come on, it's like a first-person shooter kind of thing, arcade shooter. You can just start shooting everything. You know, look how fun this is. Ta-da! There you go. We're cooking with gas here. This is like the best part, isn't it? Deleting things that you don't need, and also there's a phone over here. I didn't even notice that. I'll keep that there just for nostalgia. But yeah, deleting things and also reducing the sculpt detail. That's like my favourite parts. Alright. So, I realise I deleted a door, and I might need another door, but... In fact, let me keep... hold on. Let me keep one wall and one door. And then... I'll just use these as I'm building the scene. Okay, so we imagine we're just leaving the hospital, and there's going to be like a rectangle sort of grounds, and in the middle there's going to be like some kind of monument, because the monument is actually what leads you to the underground lab, believe it or not. So there's like 4 different things you need to collect for that monument. So throughout the game you'll always come back to this monument to place the next item. And to make sure you keep coming back to place the next item, every item that you place gives you a reward, or it gives you something that you need to progress elsewhere. So it's not just find all 4 and then you get your reward. Every one that you find and slot into place, it has an effect. So the idea was inside the hospital when you get to the 2nd floor, because the main hospital's 3 floors. The other 2 buildings are 2 floors. So on the 2nd floor in the main hospital, there's going to be like a walkway that goes to the 2nd building, a walkway that goes to the 3rd building. My idea was that the walkway to the 2nd building's blocked, so no matter what, you can't go that way. You have to go down into the grounds and then go into that building. And the walkway on to the 3rd building, it's not blocked, but it is locked, or locked from the other side. So you'll have to go through the 3rd building, come back that way. So you can actually use the walkway to go from the 3rd building to the main building. 2nd one, you've got no choice, you have to go through the grounds, if that all makes sense. The song is actually lagging, yeah, probably is, but I mean, it sounds good to me. Maybe it's a bit slower than what you intended, but my stupid base PS4 just can't handle the epicness. Literally, it's slowing down. Oh yeah. The best part is that he's not noticing it. Nah, I wouldn't notice it, to be honest. I mean, it just sounds like music to me. You know, I can't remember the original off by heart, so it's all good for me. The best part, that's saying something about your music, Isaac. Oof. Yeah, and it generally sounds a bit different than usual. I'm actually liking it though. It's kind of nice, don't you think? Told you it'll crash his game. It better not. If it did, I'm gonna kill you. Right, so let me get some of the assets we're gonna need. So we're gonna need something like a bench to sit outside in. What kind of, not a church bench. Guess this park kind of bench will do. Lovely. And then we need some. Do you write bushes or do you write hedges? Let me see. Let's see what comes up. I'll put in bushes. Alright, so we've got some little bushes, a little collection here. Alright. I love these ones. You know, the big square ones that no matter how hard you try, you ain't getting through this. This is going to cripple you if you try and run through this. So I won't make a maze, but I'll make something that's like that kind of like blocks things off, maybe for a bit of privacy. What else can we use? What the hell? So many options. Oh, cartoon. So many options. I mean, it's a berry bush. I don't know how to put berries in case it's poisonous, and then people are like, oh, that's quite cool. They've actually organised it depending on the percentage of each of the assets. Who knew a pixelated tree would be 4%? I like that. Nah, but I don't want to make a maze. I just want to make like something more simple. Maybe just use like, I mean, they all kind of look the same to me. Some have a bit more texture. Let's see if I just get a bunch of different things. Maybe this one has a bit more. Oh, it's huge. This one has a bit more texture. It's a bit brighter as well. I can probably get away with just using these ones, to be honest. Maybe I can get one with like flowers in it. The only problem is they all have like different art styles. Like some are more realistic, some are more cartoony. So I'll need to edit these at some point just to make sure they all kind of flow together. You know, like this one's more kind of realistic, but it's like I don't really like the roses in it. I think they're a bit lazily done, just like a big paint splat. I mean, you want to have one of those, don't you? Nice little plant pots around. Maybe that would be nice. And what the hell is that? Big pink in purple bush. Okay, alright. That totally fits in this category. What, a bush block? There's so many to choose from, to be honest. It's kind of nice. I should probably just like put this in for fun. Maybe it would be nice. I don't think I'm going to use it, but it might be quite cool. And maybe some trees. A tree bush. Yeah, I feel like the tree's a bit small. But screw it. Let's just find as much as we can. And then I'll try and find some normal trees. Big bushy leafy tree. Oh, this one looks good, doesn't it? What the hell is that? Oh, that is so going to be an enemy in the game. You're walking through all the bushes and suddenly this thing morphs into place. Didn't see me behind the bush, did you? Look how creepy that is. Right, but I think I'm going to maybe use this one. This one looks quite nice, doesn't it? Right, there you go. Nice collection of things here. That's probably enough just to get us started, I think. Hey Julio Conan 3, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great week. What's up? I'm doing pretty well. We're building the rest of our survival horror game. We're making the grounds for the hospital, so lots of trees, lots of bushes, some benches. I need to find some kind of monument as well because it's going to be like the centerpiece of the area. So that's good to hear, LBA, but yeah, some instruments are way louder than they should be. Oh no, his face cam is out of sync again. Oh no, that's not good. Well, that was just my crappy internet. Oh, thank God for that. Thank God, it's just your crappy internet. We're all good. The music is actually farting. Yeah. I mean, that's what Isaac makes. Fart tunes. So let's see if I can find... I don't know if... Last time we put a statue inside the hospital, so I don't want to copy and do another statue. I just want to see if there is some kind of monument that we could place down that kind of fits what we're looking for. So far, no. Let's see. I feel like all these monuments are like half finished. A pizza monument. Nice. Oh, it's the Jumanji thing. Oh, that's brilliant. I'd love to make Jumanji in Dreams. Not the new one, the old one. You play the board game and suddenly you get sucked into a level. How cool would that be? Right, there's clearly nothing with monuments, so let's see if there's another statue we can use. Obviously we can't use Beretta, but... And this is a bit too creepy for a hospital. Far too creepy for a hospital. It'll certainly make use in some people's games. Right, did we use this one for the hospital? I can't remember now. We used something for the hospital. I just don't remember which one it was. Oh, look at that. You find a lot. I think we used this one. This was the one we used for the inside of the hospital. We just repainted it to look more like a statue. So maybe we can use the other statue. I think it should be... Oh, yeah, that's the one we used inside the hospital. So maybe on the outside we could maybe use this. Maybe. The two late. This is Beretta's sister, so you need to come up with a new name for her. So she'll be like the centerpiece. And I wasn't sure if I should have like a little stream of water, you know, like a little pond or something, just to make it look nice to match with the greenery. But we can add that later if we think it's good enough. Milveretitina, Mother of the Garden statue. That's a good one. You need to remember these names, because I'll probably just forget. Right, so let me try and resize a few of these things. Right. Look at that. Look at that. Right. So does that look like a good size for a bench? I guess it looks alright. Maybe I can make it like slightly bigger. So if he sits down, his legs still need to touch the ground. Yeah, I think we'll put it like that. I think that looks okay. So let me get the doors. I'm going to put the doors around this way. So imagine this is where we're coming out of the hospital here. And so we come out, there's going to be like a little path here. And we'll have some grass on either side. And then we'll come to a point here where there's like another path that leads us round this way. So maybe I'll keep this, maybe this might be quite cool. Maybe make it a bit bigger. Don't know why it's like uneven. There's like one side that's longer than the other. That does bug me. Right, so let's say we come out, try and line this up so it's kind of roughly in front of it. So we've got the path that's coming along here. Gonna have a path here, but you can also go through here. So let me just see if this character can fit through no problem. It's kind of wonky as well. Look, it's like, isn't it? Is that just me? Yeah, I think that's better. Can always measure this later. Right, so maybe I'll make it a bit smaller actually. Maybe make it like that. Just so there's enough space for the player to get through. I'm not sure if there's going to be enemies in the garden section yet, because I kind of want to make this area a little more peaceful. But maybe there will be moments where there will be something like a big dog or, I don't know, something that's chasing you. Not all the time, just sometimes. Keep you on your toes. Hey Enter Attack Out, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Working in unlit environments. How does he do it? Oh, it's so good. It's so clear. It's so easy to see. Look, it's beautiful. You got to recognise the beauty in all lighting. I think that's the most important lesson that we need to learn. But that's what makes it even better. So once we get the scene finished, and once you do all your magical lighting, we're going to notice a big difference. So maybe it's a trick. Maybe I'm trying to make the environments look so bland that by the time they're finished, they just look even better than before. Totally tricks people's minds. Honestly, I have no clue. Oh, it's brilliant. You should try it sometime. Honestly, it's the best. I love it. It's so clean. So beautiful. Okay, I made a note of Beretta, Mother of the Hospital, and Movericina, Mother of the Garden. That could work. Mother of the Hospital, Mother of the Garden. So there's like a puzzle for both of them, you know? That's definitely going to work. I can feel it. Hey Schemecos, welcome back. I hope you've been doing well. We're doing the grounds outside the hospital, because we've almost finished the first area, the first building of the hospital. So now we need to make the little garden section, which links us off into building 2 and over here building 3. I'm excited, we're getting close. Maybe by the end of May we'll already be starting the underground hospital. I feel like your track is getting louder and louder, Isaac. I don't know if it's just me. Put it down just a... It's still so loud, what the hell? I feel like your track is like also on like sound effect volumes and voiceover volumes. Yeah, I think that's better. I think it's like it's clashing a little bit. I think you've got a mix of music and sound effects maybe. Looking fire, my friend. Oh, excellent. See, we've still got the fire here. It's not going anywhere. It remains. Say hello to John Jerry Steve. It's been a long week, but he's excited to be back. Just don't look at the leg. But he's raring and ready to go. First Movericina, now Movericina. Your pronunciations amuse me. Yeah. I mean, the writing is so small on the screen, I have to go like that. Like, what the hell? You know, like, why couldn't you just call her Margaret or something? You know, something I can actually pronounce. Yeah, I used a few sound effects and turned them into instruments. Ah, right. So you caught me off guard there. I was expecting everything to be... See, I always put everything down, but then I thought, oh, that's stupid. It's mostly music, right? But then you put damn sound effects in. It took me off guard. That's pretty cool. You didn't entirely cripple the level, so well done. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring it back, but right now I'm going to delete it so the rest of the tracks don't lag, because it might still lag, I don't know. So let's see how that goes, right? So here we go. Are we intro track? Oh my god. What is he doing up there? Again? Come on, man. What are you doing? It was on an infinite loop. He was just dying all the time. I can't be having that. There we go. Does anyone actually know, like, whilst I'm here, like, how to disable your character from dying from a high height? Because, like, when he drops from a way up there and he goes off camera, he just dies. And I don't know how to turn that off. I'm sure I tried to like delete some settings from another character, but I don't know, it just didn't seem to work. So I don't know if I was maybe doing something wrong. So let's see. Let me just get some space here. I'll move everything up into the sky. Put everything up there. And then I'll use these. Try and get them like roughly the same size. Roughly, just roughly. Right, that'll do. And then it's just about duplicating about 10,000 of these. Let's see. I don't want the hedge to go on for too long. So maybe that's kind of good. Once we design the inside of this area, it will be easier to determine how open I need to make this. But so far, looks alright to me. So, benches. Put this down here. I hate how people don't start their tracks like right away, you know. It's like we need to wait, you know, a certain amount of time. Come on, man, get to the good stuff. Right, I think we're getting there now. Finally. No one could hear that. Right, it's working now. I want Mexican JJS to be Juan Julio Sarajevo. Alright, cool. I've actually got a Mexican friend, so I'll ask him for some advice if that's a good name. Juan Julio Sarajevo. That's a good one. Thanks for playing the track, LBA. Also, what the hell was that? I don't know. What was it? Go to the settings where you get puppets from. Select global settings, then turn the fall height really high. Alright, so there's an actual setting called fall height. I see. That would actually really help. It's the earth icon with gears. Earth? Done. The earth icon with gears. And here? Hold on. Open up. It's weird, so it depends what layer you're on. See, like this layer. It's the gears. Is this here? I don't know. I don't really know any other earth icon. Not in the puppet. Where you find logic and stuff. Well, don't you think it should be in the puppet? The puppet is the puppet after all, right? Where you get the basic puppet from? The menu? Okay, I see. I kind of understand now. Right, let me put some benches down for all those lazy people. They just cannot be bothered. Anything in life. Right, hold on, I need to like fix this a little bit. Ta-da! Okay, so we'll put like one bench there, and maybe we need to get like one of those large bins, you know, because we're a very clean hospital. Guess we could put something like that, or not a big wheelie bin. My god, no. Just one of those public bins. I think we used, there we go, public bin. We found it. We'll make it nice though. We'll change the colours. Because I don't know if you see these kind of bins, I always think it's like mostly for like cigarettes and things. It looks a bit ugly. And you always find like there's always bins next to a bench, you know. So it's like, I get that, you know, we need to be close to things so we can, you know, put things in the bin, but you don't want to be sitting next to a bin, do you? It's kind of disgusting. Right, so let me just move these over a little bit. just make it like this for just now. Ta-da! Yeah, let's see how much of this scene we can get done today. Let's try and get this whole game ready to go for July. Right, so got a couple bins there, blah blah blah, some benches, just because it's like so inconvenient. So I have a path going up here. The path will. I need to measure all this stuff later. It's a bit inaccurate, but we'll have a path here. We'll have paths that go this way, go this way. You can also go in here, which is where we're going to find the lady of the garden. There you go. So she's going to be waiting for you, waiting for your sacrifice. There you go. Just imagine that, you just see that, like, standing there watching you. Lovely, isn't it? It's totally not creepy. Totally not creepy. And then I can put like some of these around. I want to make like I'm not sure, like the one in the hospital, she has like a platform that she's on. I'm not sure if I should put a platform on this one so she's like standing on something, because I do want you to have to slot things into it. But I'm thinking maybe I'll have like, I'll just like, you can like block things off so people don't trample over things, and then I'll have like, maybe there's like 4 panels that give like different information. There's like a panel here, panel here, panel here, panel here. So every time you collect one of the items that you need, it goes on one of the 4 panels, and then she reveals where the secret lab is. That's it. So let me get our little guy here before he runs away. Yes, the menu. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, no one ever remembers. Also, R8321 made a new track called, oh my god, what is that? 4B Horde 3 3. I think I sent it to you previously. It's also an amazing tune. It's a short track too. Do you think it would fit the jukebox as well? It took me so long to find out you can tweak fall height with global settings. Right, yeah, I had no idea you could do that. For Super Alien Buddy, I was desperately trying to find how to do that, because there was like some sections where in the open world bit where you can fall and you just died, even though like I didn't want you to die, but just because it was like such a big height, it just killed me. And but now that I know that, I can maybe go back and fix that, because that was like one of the big problems that I had. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these wee pots, if we should make them really small or what, but I'll just make like a couple there for now. Totally messed those up. Right. So there you go. So you walk in here, and there she's there. And she looks so nice, but she could be really evil, because like you can't see the eyes. Like for all we know, there could be something like really sinister behind these eyes. Oh my god! She's bald. Right, we won't mess with her again. Okay. I always like to check the feet, because like the feet's like the hardest thing to sculpt in Dreams, isn't it? Not a lot of people actually get it right. So we'll have to create some kind of panel. I don't think anybody's made it, but I can easily just make a crappy little thing. Let me see. It's going to be hard to find what I'm looking for. I just thought I'd gamble a little bit. That's quite nice. You could use that, you know, like if I wanted to like slot something in, you know, you could be like, yeah, look, here's the first little thing we need, and we can put these all around, you know. Just seeing if there was any other things I can use. Right, maybe I'll just search for like a pillar. Try and get like a... Oh look, it's that guy again. He's made some really creepy pillars. Right, is there anything that looks kind of normal? Saves me having to quickly sculpt something. I mean, I could use that and then just like change the colour, I guess. Like, how would that look if I changed the colour? Would it keep the textures? Let me see. I've lost it. Here, oh, here. If I change the colours for this, would it lose the texture? Let me see if I can just like... Every stone's its own thing, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't really want all these symbols anyway, so maybe I should just like paint over the top, maybe. I don't know. We'll just use this for now, just because it looks kind of cool. Looks pretty cool to me. So you can imagine it's something like that. Like there's going to be like these pillars that you need to slot something into them, and there's going to be at least 4 of them. Oh god, don't move the floor. Everything looks really weird when you do that. So just imagine that, like I'll properly fix this, but you can see what I'm going for here. There's some kind of pillar with like a panel here, and there's basically going to be 4 of them. One for each item that you find around the hospital. So I'll just keep it like that. Move that over there. Looks kind of accurate, right? Hold on. Just try and flip this round. Right, I think that's like the rough idea. So it's like each section has something that you can slot something into. Once you get all 4 of them, that's basically how you get into the underground lab. And I might have like a little opening, maybe like here or something. So it's like each of them has like an individual reward on top of the final overall reward. Same, they need to make it more obvious. Yeah, they need to make a lot of things in Dreams more obvious, to be fair. Why not make her overgrown with nature? So like vines going across her face and stuff. I guess that would make her even more creepy, wouldn't it? I think I accidentally turned off all of these tracks. Let me turn them back on. Let me see. There we go. Right. Turn that one off first, right? Let's see. Right, let's play this one now, I think. Need to get to the good bit though. There we go. Got a nice peaceful track now. Well, I'll need to see if I can find some vines, but I mean, it might be better to like paint things on her. That way it's more natural, but I can't paint, so you know. But I'll see if I can find any vines. I mean, the zombie apocalypse literally just happened, so I don't think the hospital would be a complete shit show that soon. But if I can find something, you know, just for like artistic purposes, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea. Just about how do I do this organically, you know? Look at all those veins going up her, look at that. Oh god, it's coming from her foot. See what I mean? Like, it's easier to paint it, because if I start to like put objects on her, it's like I'd need to like properly you know, bend everything around her. It's quite difficult. Like, for example, I could do that, but then I'd have to like delete this part and then create like another part, you know. But I guess we can just keep it there just for as a placeholder, just so we don't forget the idea, you know. But yeah, it definitely would be better if we painted some stuff on, I think. Or if I connected these here and here just to make it look a bit better. But it looks alright for a really crappy attempt at placing vines. And then I need to... let me see. Look, there's your advertisement. Hold on, let me just turn off the thermal there. So this is Nightmare Grand's new track, Underground Mission. We listened to it at the beginning of the stream. It was a pretty good track, so if you want to check that out soon, go over to Nightmare Grand and give it a like, give it a listen, share to anyone you think might like it. It would fit, it's pretty gritty as well. That decorative panel could be a Little Big Planet decoration. Yeah, I was thinking that, you know, like the mosaic decorations. I think that's pretty much maybe what they were going for. Just get the colouring tool and colour all the things in the same group, and it will change all the... what? The PICs? The PCs? Alright, that's the way to go. Wow, Mova Regina has let herself go. Yeah, big time. Totally big time, yeah. So you're saying get the colouring tool, colour all the things in the same group. Yeah. I just mean like when I'm painting it, it's like if I painted like green moss and vines on the body, maybe it looks a bit better. I don't want her to look so bad, I want her to still look a bit clean, you know, because as a hospital you kind of want your Lady of the Garden to look, you know, to represent what your hospital's all about, but at the same time, the people here in this hospital, they do a lot of questionable things, so if they let the statue go a little bit, maybe that is a true representation of who they really are. I love ads, oh yes, and there'll be more of them every 2 seconds. Play this level, play that level. Yeah, I'll need to start promoting like more people who join the stream, so like Small Who-Man's new level, or Intra Attack Out, try and promote some of their new levels as well. Like I said, I just haven't went back to it, like that was literally just like a test, and I just had like 4 little pop-ups, so I'll develop it more over the next few weeks, add a few more things, and it'll be a bit better, I think. How good is this track for a safe room theme, by the way? Like, it's very peaceful, but it still has a little bit of eeriness about it. Like, this would be perfect for a save room, for me anyway. Nice face. I meant the pillars. Oh yeah, these ones here. So if you colour the group. Okay. I'm waiting for an ad to pop up in the corner saying hot singles in your area. Maybe it will arrive at some point. Maybe I just need to do a bit more research before I properly go ahead with the idea. Hey Char IDK, or I don't know. Hope you're having a great week. Have you checked out Liquid Snake 14 assets? They seem great for any survival horror game. It even has some good assets for hospitals. Well, when we created the inside of the hospital, maybe we found some assets from Liquid Snake. I can't remember exactly, but normally there wasn't a lot of hospital stuff, so we just took what we could get. But I'll have a quick search just now and see if there's anything that I recognise. Good Snake 14. We're gonna get a lot of Metal Gear Solid references, unfortunately. Right, hold on, it's a bit picky about the name. So he's got like an underscore. There you go. Let's see, what kind of elements does he have? Amputation. Oh god. This does seem perfect actually. Water, that could be quite cool. For the Lady of the Garden, some water coming out. Lightning, oh, some guns. We definitely need some guns at some point. What else has he got? Some more water. Some dead bushes. A field. Don't think I'm going to need a field, but looks quite nice. Some doors for the hospital. Again, quite good. Yeah, I don't think I used this one. I think we used something like this. I don't think it was exactly these ones, because I don't remember it being in 6 pieces. The one we used was just like a singular module. But yeah, that's quite nice. He's got a nice collection here. So yeah, I can definitely go back to the hospital areas and try and redo some of the things with some of these assets. So thanks for the tip. I always forget some dreamers' names, so normally I just like search for things like hospital or a wall or a chair. I don't really remember the creators who made a lot of assets, so excuse me, I should probably take down a note of people who create good assets. That way I can always go back and use some of their stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely try out some of the guns that he's made. And I've already used the ammo box. This is like for the shotgun shells in the inventory screen. I've used this. So I've definitely used some of his stuff before. But it's nice to look on his profile so you can get a good idea of everything. Yeah, so we used this. I remember we used this. And I don't know if we used a vending machine. We did use some vending machines. We used this one, definitely. We used this. This is the German one, which we had to, apparently Isaac told us there was a mistake, which we fixed. But yeah, it's a good shout. It'll save me searching for lots of different things. I can just search for Liquid Snake and just use all his assets, because he's got a lot of guns as well. Like that was the next step I was going to do, because next month, in May, I'm going to start working on the combat, and obviously I'm going to need as many different guns as I can get. So that's quite good then. He's got some shotguns. That looks really nice. So he's got everything I need actually. He's got a shotgun. He's got a handgun. He's got the submachine gun. He's got an assault rifle. He's got magnums. Laser guns, not that I'm going to use that. He's got a good range of guns. Got to say, that's pretty handy. Rocket launcher, last boss, anyone? A little Uzi. He's got a lot. Yeah, that's quite good. That's quite handy then. So I've used his ammo as well. I used this for the main menu, so that's quite good. I'll definitely go back and incorporate a lot of his assets. So thanks for the heads up. We mainly took assets from Necrophagic, yeah, for the morgue. Oh yeah, I saw those walls and thought I'd send them to you, but I forgot. Don't worry, we'll use them now. A Beretta, more like Boveretta. Oh, I was just waiting for that pun. Hello Delirium, welcome back. Do you like our Lady of the Garden? This is the puzzle we're doing. There's like 4 parts that you need to complete. Obviously this is a work in progress, so you know, they don't just balance like that. So as you make your way through the hospital, you're going to come across like whatever we insert into each of these, and so you'll find these all over the hospital, and this is like the core part of the game. This is what you're mainly looking for, to find the secrets of the hospital. Hello, King Kadenko. I was trying to take a drink there. Boom Booms Basil Brush is in the house. So let me put like some trees here. Maybe I'll put like a tree. Put like a tree there. Just don't want it to go like too close to the bush. Let me turn it around like that. Right, there you go. But I might make this just like scenery, so like I might put like stay off the grass, and I'll put like a chain that goes along here, so you can't actually just run off around the tree. You can only go in here, or down there, down there, down there. So like a four-way path. I'll just duplicate some little trees and stuff. Well, we've got another tree here as well. Maybe we could like maybe use one of those instead over here, just to bit more variety. It's kind of a weird kind of tree, don't you think? Never seen this kind of tree before. So we'll put those there. Don't you just love nature? And then on the other side I'll get some of our mad bushes. Maybe like one of these ones. So we'll try and put like some of these around. Put them like on here, here. You get the idea, right? It's quite nice. I'm already kind of seeing this finished already, you know. I'm getting ideas now already. Let me just try and see if this works. If we do... Oh, hold on, I need to put my grid back on. I'll try and flip these round and see if the size already works. Right, let's put those in there. I think I actually used the one for these, didn't I? Right. So if I put it in like that, yeah, it's going to need to. This one in particular is going to need to be a little bit longer. Maybe like that. So I think that's like a good sort of size for it. And then let me just duplicate these over. We done it. We done it without moving the imp. Great. Right, that'll do. And then I'll move... In fact, I'll need to take away one of them for the entryways on the other side. Let me see if this matches up. I think it might not. Let me see. I mean, it's not perfect. Oh god, something happened. Someone died. Like it's not perfect, but right now it's alright. So I'll move these to the other side. I'm not going to confuse players though. I'll probably do something so it's like you can't go through all of them. Maybe I'll block some of them off. Or do you guys prefer being able to go in all 4 directions? Maybe it gives you a bit more freedom to choose the way that you want to go. Move this over a bit here, getting a bit close. So let's copy all of these over now. Get a nice structure. Right, almost. Right. I think that kind of works. Let me see how it looks on this side. Yeah, I think that's okay. So there you go, we've got our 4 entrances and exits around the garden area. So like you don't even have to go in this way if you don't want to. You can take the path here and go up this way. And I was thinking like maybe here there could be like an ambulance here that was kind of parked, because this is going to be like, this walkway takes you to like a big public car park, but I'm not going to make the car park in this game because I think it's going to be too big and it's an area that I don't think there's any point in making it. So I'll put like an ambulance here as if it's connected to the car park, and it'll be open at the back, so maybe you'll have like some supplies in it or something. And so the first building's here, the second building will be there, the third building again will be like here. So all I need now is a path, some grass, make sure I've got all my trees lined up properly. I don't want a mess, I want something to look good, you know. And I'll try and block all these off, so you can't, it's not like a big garden that you can run around in, you're only going to be able to have access to the paths. And I'll move these around, I'll see like, because I obviously don't want the plant pots to like block your path when you're trying to run around. So I'll try and see if I can find some kind of chain or something that I can use to, or rope, to block this part off. Kado has joined the game. Oh yes, now the game has just begun. I'm going back to work tomorrow. My job called. Oh, excellent! So you got your job back. That's perfect. You can shrink the grid to make it more precise. Yeah, I could do it. I'm just being really casual right now. I don't want to be too fiddly. I think off stream, like I'll fix some of this stuff and I'll be like, you know, nice and precise. Because as soon as I start being too precise with everything, I'm going to be too. It'll get a bit frustrating, I think. LB looks like he works in a tavern and wants to see me beer. That beard is coming along nicely. Serve me beer. That's the one. That's what you're looking for. Would you like a pint of our finest ale? I have it. I have like barrels upon barrels of them in the back. If you would like me to open one for you. Oh yes, but it's good, isn't it? It's like the messiest beard ever, but at least it gives me a bit more character, right? Gives you something to talk about, right? You know, like, oh, what did I talk about? Let's just talk about his beard. Because I was thinking I would like shave it, or I would like tidy it up, but then I thought, you know what? Let's just like go with the flow. Let's see how crazy we can make it. So let's see if I can find any chains. to block people. Or even just a chain, maybe. A chain fence. That looks a lot like Dino Crisis. These look quite nice, don't they? Don't really fit what I'm making. A chain sword! Wow. A static chain. Nice, nice. That is kind of what I was looking for, to be honest. It was something like this. You know, because it blocks your path. So it's like, you cannot enter these grounds. No, no, no. You shall not pass. But the only problem is, I'm going to have to like make it fit with everything else. So I'll probably need to... I don't know if it's easy to stretch this chain. Like if I went in here, could I... Oh god, it's like every chain piece is its own thing. Screw that. That's going to be a nightmare. Let me see if I can do this the creative way, right? So we'll make it like that. Probably just make my own one, to be honest. That way it's a bit easier. Because I mean, how would you make this chain without it getting really repetitive? Is there a way to like actually, you know, curve, like arc your objects? Because if I was to like painstakingly put all these chains here, I think I would go mental. Alright, but you get the idea, right? What I was kind of looking for. Something similar to this. So that you can't just roam wherever you damn please. There's rules and restrictions to follow in this hospital. Right? So it's going to be like that. You can't really go anywhere else. I'll just use these just now, and we'll, like everything in this stream, we'll fix it later. Fix it later. And this part is a bit longer, because look, see here, I'll need to... okay, I see what I did. I'll need to move all this over a bit, because it's obviously, it needs to go a bit more this way. You get it, you get the idea. Right. I'll just flip these round for now. So the scale's not good right now, but considering we're just mapping things out, I think we're doing an okay job. Right. Right, so that'll be like a bit there. Take another one, put it over here. There you go. So we'll fix it, right? But that's my idea basically. You walk in, you've got no choice but to be confined in this sort of area. Alright. So then I can put like some paths in now, some grass, these kind of things. So like I can make like the worst path in the world. But let's search, do people actually make paths? Like ready-made paths that actually look good? See, I don't know if I want something with a texture, or if I want something that's more bland. So I can't really use that. I need to use something that's a bit cleaner. I mean, I could use that. Maybe that looks nice and clean. I mean, that looks okay. I could just change the colour, couldn't I? The green one, please. The green beer. I need to shave. No one needs to shave. It's allowed. The quarantine means it's perfectly okay not to shave. It's the rule. It's the golden rule. Like this path. It's the golden rule for the golden path. Is it easy to recolour this path? I assume. Like if I just used this, could I? Oh, let me see. It's funny, in the picture the path looked quite long, but when you actually put it down, it's not so long. Where the hell is my grid? I thought my grid was on. That was weird. Right, so let's put like a really crappy path down, right? Oh, oh god, I've ruined it. Put it like really fine. See, I don't like that as well, like the ground below kind of goes through it. So I have to make the ground like that. Welcome, welcome. Looks alright, but let's see, can I change the colour? Is it easy? It's alright. I don't know what colour I would make it though, to be honest. That's something I'll need to experiment with. I mean, I'm just creating something like really plain right now. So we'll just have fun with this, right? We'll just have fun with it for now. Look at that, it's like, it's not straight, it's kind of like, I think the floor underneath is a bit uneven. Don't tell anyone. Right. So you can just pretend that's our floor. And then I can get some grass. I can probably make the grass, to be honest. I don't really need to search for grass, but just so we can fire something down really quickly. Or maybe we can find someone that's actually made some really nice grass. Grass and flowers. Isn't that very nice? And it uses up 0% graphics. I like that. But the grass is bloody huge. Someone really needs to trim this grass. I think it's a bit too cheerful. It's a bit too much flowers for my liking. Let's see, small, we'll go for small. How small is small though? And how medium is medium? Flat, I want flat. I'm so confused. Right, flat and small, flat and large. Jesus, that is large, isn't it? I'll just make my own grass, I think. All the grass here is like so patchy. What the hell is this? I thought I was getting a grass patch, but instead what I got was a giant bloody dirt pile. Look. It's dirt, but it looks like fur. Doesn't it? It looks like, you know when you get like a strawberry and you leave it outside for too long, it starts to grow fur. That is basically what this looks like. Doesn't look like dirt at all. Right, what can I use? Let me see. Just give me some nice textured grass, you know. I mean, it looks a bit ugly, but I guess we're kind of going for ugly, aren't we? So I don't want pure cartoony grass, I want grass that's like got a bit of depth to it, you know? Just like this kind of colour scheme, but not as long. Maybe this one. Nah, not really. You know what, let's just fire something down, right? get this over and done with. Okay, so we've got a really crappy patch of grass, which I'm sure you all love. It'll do for now. Just let's see if we can just kind of shape this scene for the meantime, you know, for the moment. Look at that, look how beautiful that grass is. Good stuff, huh? There we go. So we're roughly we're going to have grass, basically. That's the main point. We're going to have grass in these corners. Not this grass, but some kind of grass. And then you'll start to see visually what I've got in mind in my head. So then we can copy these as well, which I can then delete, and then copy the ones over here. Oh, this one here. It's actually hidden underneath the ground. Let me see, if I make this invisible. Right. I think the wee guy, did he fall? Where did the guy go? Oh, he's hiding here. He's hiding here. Let me bring this up a little bit. I know this is like a really horrible way to do this right now. It's literally just a really quick fix, just to get an idea, you know. Done. That's still kind of crappy. I think it's just angled. I think the floor's just a bit off. Keep it like that for now, I think. So there you go. That's basically the idea, right? Just to give you a visualization of the little grounds area in here. So we'll have grass patches, we'll have some concrete, we'll have the 4 little pillars for the objects, we've got the lady of the garden, and we've got 4 different routes that we could take. So this is the route to the main hospital, but you can still go around this way if you want. And this section is going to take you to the building 2 of the hospital, which is going to have the cafeteria. It's going to have the conference rooms, and it's going to have some little labs. And then on the 3rd building on this side, it's going to be more about the pediatrics, that kind of thing, more playful. And then maybe at the back here I might add an extra area that's just like for the ground staff, you know, to keep their tools and things like that. So that's like the rough idea for the garden. So now I just need to make like more paths going around here, more benches and things, just to fill that sort of area out a little bit. When quarantine is over, you have to live stream you cutting it off. Yeah, and you need to live stream yourself cutting it and make it look like different things. So like make a Kratos beard, depending on how long it is, but you can like shave it down so it's like just this part, and then you can like make some other famous beards, you know. I'm sure you can imagine some famous beards. Or rather, what? Shit, what the hell? You come up with some weird stuff. Shave it, that's more like it. Not really, no. Oh well. One can dream. Right, so let me start the classic jukebox. Some Silent Hill tunes for us now. Move it into the sky, then hold X on it to select everything. Hello, Potato Man. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a great week. Hola. Well, that you can ask him about John Jerry Steve if your name fits quite well. F. That's the way. Potato, I think your cat is on the keys. You got to who you got to spam. It's not really worth it. More like his Cheeto dust covered hands. That takes sticky keys to a whole new level. Oh, cheesy keys. Oh, you ever remember like from Toy Story 2 where he was eating the Cheetos and his fingers were like all covered in crust. Oh, that scene gives me the creeps. How about the cobblestone path? Yeah, I guess I can change the path. Hey Red Stool, welcome back. I hope your creations are going quite well. Are you any closer to releasing? I think because someone recorded this tune, it's a voiceover. Yeah, it was. Right, are you any closer to releasing your Final Fantasy game? You could colour the ground a dark colour to make it blend. Yeah, I could like see the floor here right now. This is just like the default floor. So I'll definitely change that floor later. It's not really essential. Because I'm thinking the default floor doesn't really have much texture, whereas stuff like this has texture. So normally I don't really focus on the floor just now. I usually leave that until a bit later. But I thought I would try and do it just to give you an idea of where the paths actually lead. I think it makes more visual sense. Is that supposed to be a golden or ugly yellow? It's rotten banana. Oh yes, big rotten bananas. I think it'd be easier to colour the ground green and give it different flecks. Yeah, exactly. The only thing about doing that is that the flecks will start to go above the path. So I would need to make like a square of grass for each quadrant. But I'll worry about all the intricate little details later. Right now I just want to see if everything works. And here I would rather do like a big circle area here, so that it's not like the path is not like this. It's going to be like you'll come to here and then it'll become a big circle like that. So I'll put that in a moment. Dog theme, by the way. I know you've been missing your dog themes. That way you don't have to waste any thermal. Yeah, good idea for the thermal, yeah. By the way, I finished all my enemies, including a boss, for the first stage of my 2D shooter. Oh, excellent. That's good to hear you're making some good progress. You'll need to show us sometime. Just make your own grass. Yeah, I probably will make my own grass. It's not too difficult, is it? By the way, LB My Gamer is almost done in timer for Saturday. Oh, you're making another game? Is that right? You're very productive. I noticed there's another game in the trending that looks kind of like your game. It's basically like a ragdoll game, but it's more like a sandbox style of thing. I took a picture, I was going to send it to you to see if someone copied your ideas. I agree, it's easier and less expensive. Oh yeah. Movarechinjina is currently quaking and shaking. Is she? I thought she was having a good time. On that note, I did send you a nice wee game for Saturday. Yeah, I noticed it was something like... what was it? Gadget Man or something? I don't know, I can't remember. Ability Man or Ability Boy or something. Looks interesting. There's like... it has like 6 levels or something. Nah, I'm currently working on music for it. I took a break from Dreams to 100% Persona 5 Royal and FF9 all trophies. What about Final Fantasy VII Remake? Do not neglect this game, Red Stool, you've got to play it. This song gives me old nostalgia. Yeah, remember the days when we had the old jukebox? When the dog tune was like the prime time of your life. Yeah, Dog song. Oh yeah, gotta love a dog song. It's the creepy fending. The creepy ending. Here we go. I want to know how many typos you can make in an entire stream. There must be like some kind of record. Ending for the ragdoll thing. All good. I'll need to check out your final ending with the dolls. I'm going to make it a whole new game instead of just an ending. Yeah, it's probably wise, because it's probably hard to find that ending. What game is it again? LB? I forgot the name. I'll send you... I took a picture though. It was in the trending last night. I finished FF7 Remake, looking forward to what they come up with for part 2. Yeah, I've still got a long way to go before I finish it, to be honest. I've been stuck working on Dreams for so long now that I just don't give it as much time as I should. But I will complete it at some point. Right, hold on. I'm just going in here because I know there's like little circle things that I can use. I think there's one over here. Just seeing if there's any other things. No, I don't think so. It's down here. Right, so I'll use like this just for now. Right. So you get the idea. I'm going to do like something like that. So you can see how I need to properly match everything up, but because obviously like it's not as accurate as it needs to be. But you can see, so once you get here, it's going to be like a big round kind of area. Let me see, is it easy to paint this thing? Knowing me the molecule, it's probably not. It's probably like divided into like so many quadrants. Yeah, look, there's so many different things that you need to change the colour of. Like old banana. So you just love a wee old banana. The best soundtrack you'll ever hear in your life. Right, how do I select this? I think I might just need to paint everything, to be honest. There we go. You get it, you get the idea, right? Whatever, I don't want to spend too long on it because I'm going to change all this anyway. So yeah, you're going to go forward, it's going to be a big circle area. And then you're going to have your paths going... Oh. Your paths going to either side. So I think that looks okay for... Not for the position of everything, but just for the general idea of what's going to be in each little area. So now let me create like a little path. I'll use a different stone because I want to try and make this stone a little more fancy. Because it's like, oh, we're in the garden area. It's so fancy. But outside of that, I want to use a different kind of path. Let's see. Open the paths again. I'm sure I wrote path and there was a collection. Here we go. Something more plain but still textured, if that's even possible. Not dirt. I mean, some hospitals might have a dirt path. Technically, it's not completely out of the ordinary to have a dirt path, but I mean that dirt path looks a bit like a soup, you know, like you've got your carrots, you've got your onions, you've got your green stuff. Let's see. What the hell? Oh, nice and gold. This is a luxury hospital. Maybe we could just use that one. It's nice and plain, and it has some kind of a pattern, right? So let's move that there. And then I'll just duplicate it. It's not entirely the size I want, but let's see, make it a bit bigger. Can I layer it like that? And then we'll make more of a path going up this way. Maybe make it more like that. Maybe. Or maybe I won't make the path so close to the hedge. Maybe I'll give it some room to breathe. Maybe so I can put like some kind of flowers down the side, maybe. Right, so there you have it, a crappy little path. I feel like my floor's a bit wonky though. I think, is that it fixed now? Hopefully that's the floor fixed. So I mean, this almost matches up, almost. And then we'll just keep going with this one a little bit more. Right. Yeah, looks alright so far. Nice little contrast with the floors. Obviously I'll delete part of the floor that's if it goes too long. Right. I think that's half decent. And I'll need to put more grass down, I think. In these areas, some trees. These doors are just there from the other scene. So it looks okay so far. Like we've got a kind of structure going, which is quite nice. Just need to make maybe like another little bench or so. Can't wait till Witty gets his finger out and starts making the soundtrack, and then we can maybe make a jukebox with some of the tracks that he's made, just so we can start to get into the feel of the game, you know. So put a few like that. Now make some more paths going around the other side. I'll just quickly save this so I don't totally screw up. There we go. Just call it the grounds. Perfect. So we don't. Oh, that's quite nice. Nice little thumbnail there. I'm gonna sword how bad it is. Yeah. Even then, you got it completely wrong. Yeah, I started FF7 Remake today and it turned out well, so no worries now. I have a crush on Tifa and Jessie. Haven't gotten to Aerith yet. I know you'll be having a foursome at some point. That's what will be on your wish list. I'm surprised you took this long to start it. I thought you'd be like well ready to go. Funny thing is, I actually know somebody that looks like Jessie in real life. Funny enough. So you know, if you need a model, right? I see your arm in there. Don't you pretend you're hiding from me. Get out of there. Get out of there. That's it. Do as you're told. Make some more heat. Oh. Just try to line this up a little bit. Maybe I'll make a bit more. It's not entirely even. Let me see. I didn't even make it even on this side either. There you go. Oh yeah, we can delete all that stuff, we don't need that. I feel like I can fix this floor now, since I kind of fixed it on the main floor. There you go. If you zoom out, it looks a bit, you can kind of see through it, which is kind of funny, but zoom in, it's fine. So I'll need to get some more of this trash here, and then put them on the other side. Yeah, not so bad so far. You can stay on this grass though. This is like the bench grass. You're allowed on that grass, but every other grass, nope, not allowed on it. So this area is taking me longer than I thought it would to create, but it does have a lot of intricate pieces. We can't really count the thermal right now because we've still got like music and stuff inside it, but considering 42% for what we've made, and we haven't had to reduce any detail, that's okay. Not too shabby. Right, let me where's the jukebox? I've completely lost it. Ah, here it is. Let's start the classic Resident Evil one now. There we go. Nemesis comes straight away. Perfect. Who's shooting? It's me. Bang, 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 bang. It's my little, my catchphrase. Bang, bang. Aerith is super fun. You know, the funny thing about Aerith is that it's actually a YouTuber that did the voice. I don't even think she's a proper voice actress. I don't even know why she was hired. Not that she's bad, but just like, it's not common you get a YouTuber to voice a character for you. So yeah, she's a YouTuber. Moverettidira is shooting the puppet with her gun. Oh yeah, her big massive guns. The piano sounds like... Oh yeah. Get his finger out. He does, he needs to get his finger out. We're making so much progress on all these environments. In May, I'm going to get most of the combat finished. Most of the non-combat stuff is done, like the inventory and picking up items and reading notes and things like that. That's almost done, really. So by the end of May, I should have like a complete package of combat, non-combat. I'll start to go over and polish all the environments and start to put in all the gameplay. But naturally, I would like to have some music, authentic music, original music, so we can start to get a feel for the game and Oh, it's going to be so good. Like I always said, I wanted to get the first demo out at the end of July. So far, that's still the plan. It just depends on what happens with other aspects, because I had to start sculpting my own characters. I say sculpting, but it's more like Frankensteining my characters together. So it's going to take me a little longer, because now I've got even more stuff that I need to do. But if there is any pressure, then, you know, if the demo gets delayed, the demo gets delayed. The full game is still planned to come out at the end of November, no matter when the demo comes out. So if the demo doesn't come out at the end of July, I'll probably put out Super Alien Buddy 2 around the end of August, maybe, to sort of compensate. And I'll maybe put out a trailer instead. If I do delay the demos, then I'll probably make a demo for the end of September and another demo for the end of October, and then the full game at the end of November. So it's like every month it sort of leads up to the full game. But we're getting close to the end of building the hospital. So like I said, we've got the grounds here, then we're going to have the cafeteria, some conference rooms, some miniature labs. And then we have the pediatrics area, which is literally just like a play area, beds for them to sleep in, a place to eat, and you know other things, like things we've already made that we can just remix, like bathrooms and storage rooms and supply rooms and whatever. So once we do all that, it's just about creating the corridors inside the hospitals just to connect all the rooms. I'll need to make all the maps, but we're getting close to finishing this. So close. It's probably going to take us like close to the end of May to start the underground lab, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I cannot wait. I'm itching to get this game out. Like, I'm trying to be really patient and just sort of like make little bits at a time, slowly get there. But I'm hoping that I can get this out as soon as possible, because I think that's what people need. They need like more full games to play, because I think when you play so many short levels, it has its limit, you know. So hopefully I can feed your need for some full-on games. And it's funny, like I was telling Alpha Werewolf last night, the story's going to start a bit funny, but basically I was in the shower, right, you know, and I was thinking about a lot of things. I was thinking about the future projects in Dreams. So I've already got ideas for a sequel for Subject. Like I know like how the environments are going to look like. I know the characters. I know the story. It's pretty much just waiting to get made. So I already know as soon as I finish this game, I'm just going to go straight into like the next game and the next game and the next game. It's never going to end. You're never getting rid of me, I'm afraid. Right. But we need to create a benchmark, you know, we need to make sure that this game is actually really good. Because it's my worst nightmare that I release this, and then people are like, yeah, it's a full game, seems decent, but it's Dreams. I'm like, god damn it, Meg. You know? I want this game to be so good that people are like, you know what? I would be fooled into thinking that this was a full indie game. Because we've already seen, if you saw in the PlayStation Store, they recently released Daymare 1998, which is basically like the third-person Resident Evil type game, but they've tried to use old-school survival horror to blend together, and it does look quite good. It looks like it's got like some problems, obviously, because it's like indie. It doesn't really have the budget to make something amazing, but in Dreams we don't really have a budget either, so we're, as long as I can make a game that's at least, they can at least compete with these other indie studios, to prove that we can make proper games in Dreams and it's not just little stupid things. Right, I know this isn't lining up very properly, but it'll do for now. I'm doing all this floor, even though I know that I'm going to have to redo this floor anyway. So, but I'm trying not to think about that I'm wasting my time. I like to think that I'm at least giving you an idea of what everything's going to look like. So, the other hospital entrance is obviously going to be on this side. We'll have another entrance on this side. This is for the other hospital. You can't, I don't think I'm going to let you explore both building 2 and 3 at the same time. I think I'm going to make it so you can only go into building 2 and then afterwards you can go into building 3. That way there's like a progression. Because I think once you leave the main building and then it's like, oh, I've got a building here and a building here, I don't want to confuse people and people are running from one building to the other. I'd rather like minimise the backtracking as much as possible. So I'll try and make it more structured, but still keep that essence of survival horror where you do need to sort of backtrack a little bit. It says fingers in a pie. Oh yes, far too many pies, I'm afraid. And he's got a debut track, which he keeps saying that he's going to get out, but he's like, I'll finish my debut track and then I'll get back to the soundtrack for Subject. This debut track is like his masterpiece. It's taken a while. I'm like, come on, wait, we want to hear the magic. Sure. LB, you should put some dog turds on the grass that you're allowed to step on. Alright, just like, maybe it takes like all your health off you. Hey Stoonimo, welcome back. I hope you're having a great week so far. Do you like our little courtyard that we've made for the grounds? Obviously, heavy work in progress. We're not going to use a lot of the stuff like the grass and stuff like just to get a rough sort of shape. And all of these are going to have like you need to put like some kind of medallion or some kind of item into all 4 of them throughout the game. And the Lady of the Garden shall free you from your hell. So I'll get like a wall here, and we'll just assume this is like where the hospital entrance is going to be for the other building. So we'll just fire that there just now, and then I'll get another one so that I can do the same thing but for the second building. I know it seems crazy that we've got 3 separate buildings, but I couldn't fit everything into the one building, and I think it's more like a video game where it's like you can sort of visualise where everything is. Oh, it's in building 1, 2, 3, you know, like section A, B, C. I think it feels more like a video game, so you can it's easier to navigate, because if it's all in one building you're like, oh, what floor is it, and you know, I don't want to confuse people too much. Right, watch out, Puppet Man. We're stretching the floor a bit. Right, so I get some, scatter some more benches around. Oh yeah, and I can probably put another. This is like the main hospital here. It's the one you just left. So I still need to decide, can you actually get to the grounds before you finish the first hospital? Because the whole purpose of going to the grounds is so that you can enter the second hospital. So I kind of feel like you're not going to finish the entire first hospital, but it's just like, could you leave the hospital earlier than intended? I'm not sure yet. Just to let people explore, you know. But the idea I have is like, the first hospital, there's 3 floors, plus there's a basement. So you're probably going to have to do the first floor and the second floor. And then you're going to have to go to the second building. And then you'll get some item which you can use in the first building, which maybe you can use like the third floor maybe. And then you go into the third building, get the items you need, which then unlocks like the basement with the morgue. So it's like the first building is going to be like your main hub area, and at certain points in the game you will have to go off into building 2, building 3. But these buildings, you won't have to backtrack to these buildings. Like once you're finished with these buildings, once you do everything, all the rooms, that's it. You don't come back to this building, you don't come back to this one, you just supplement the main building. And as you keep collecting more items for the Lady of the Garden. So I've got it all planned out in my head. Hopefully it saves you backtracking too much, and it keeps a variety of environments, so you don't have to go to the same places, you know, over and over again. Jacksepticeye voices a Sonic character now, so I guess anything's possible. An Irish Sonic, now that is interesting. TMB Zeke, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Is this game full 360 compatible with PlayStation VR? Not yet. No, they're working on an update for the game, which apparently is finished. They're just doing like some bug testing and quality testing. So the VR update is coming out pretty soon. So I don't have a VR headset, but it's definitely something that would encourage me to get one, because I would love to make some horror VR games. I think that would be pretty damn cool. But at the same time, I don't really want to buy VR for the PS4, because if the PS5's coming out, no doubt it will have its own VR headset, which is improved. And I'd rather get the PS5. I'd rather say, okay, Dreams, we're moving to PS5, we're getting the VR on PS5, everything's PS5. So for anyone that has VR already, it's going to be a really good update for you. For people like me who don't have it, I'd definitely recommend the PS5, unless you're not interested in the PS5, of course. But that would be cool to make VR projects as well. It'd be so nice. Like, I never played the Kitchen demo before they announced it was Resi 7, but apparently that was a really good VR demo. Also, I'm not writing any comments now because of homework, but I'm secretly watching. Oh, okay, well, take notes here, Isaac, because this is going to help you immensely in your real life. You know, all this creativity. It's going to get the juices flowing. Hey LBA, I completed the theme Man with the Machine Gun. If you want to listen, I'll invite you. Yeah, definitely. That would be really good. That was one of my favourite tracks from Final Fantasy VIII. You can count on me getting all trophies in Subject LBA, and I will urge some friends and people I know to play all of it. Excellent. Invite everyone. Everyone! It's not okay for me to spam people, because then it looks bad, but it's okay for you guys to spam things, because it's not your name on the creation, so it's like, oh, I'm just sending it your way, you know, really innocently. So if everybody here sends it to multiple people, like the same person could get an invite from me, an invite from, you know, Small Human, from Schemecos, from Isaac, and then they're like, why is everybody sending me this subject crap? Because the notifications are quite messy, so the better chance we have of people finding this game, the better. Because like, normally I don't like spam my creations. If I send it to you twice, it's by mistake. But normally when I finish a level, a dream, I'll send it to as many people as I can. Usually only on the release day. After release day, I don't send it to anyone anymore. I just let it go on the trending page, and I let it naturally grow, you know. I think that's like the best way to do it, so I'm not spamming people all the time, because I don't know which people have played it and who hasn't, so I think that's a good way to avoid spam. But when this game comes out, considering the amount of time and effort and how long this game is, I feel like I need to like go all out and, you know, make sure everybody knows about this game, because oh my god, because Super Alien Buddy, fair enough, that's not like that advanced. It's got like almost 4,000 plays, which is pretty cool. But if I get 4,000 for this, oh my god, I need to get like 100,000. That's my benchmark. I'm just going to plug this iPad in because it's losing charge pretty fast. It's right here though. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Just because last stream the iPad turned off and I lost the comments. Right, so it's up now. Just that my charge cable isn't that long, so I need to move the iPad a little bit further away. So let's see, where did we get to? Yeah, like the trophies, I still need to work on the trophies. I think most trophies will be easy to implement. It's just the trophies that require you to like kill certain enemies with certain guns. I'm going to have to plan all that stuff in advance so that all their logic is set up. But anything else like story progressions or one-off trophies where you just need to find something or do one thing, I think those will be easy to implement. It's just all the more complicated trophies which I'll need to really plan ahead with. Right now I'm sketching room ideas on paper for my game, so that's how you know it's going to be good. Oh yes, definitely. I mean, I would love to sketch a map on paper, but because I do these streams, this is kind of like my sketching, like just sort of put things together. So when I come back to this scene, I'm going to like heavily update it, as long as I'm happy with how everything's looking, and I'll put all the camera angles in and make sure everything works quite well. But yeah, definitely like plan out your levels. It helps tremendously. I need to get back to Morbid Despair sometime soon, definitely, because we need more survival horror games, and I would love to see yours completed close to when Subject comes out, maybe shortly after, you know. Don't leave, I won't leave you in the dust, but don't embarrass me if you make something better than me, okay? I'm trying my best. That statue looks rad. I know that's Beretta or whatever, the lady of the garden. See, we've got another statue in the hospital, and it's a completely different statue, but they have similar themes. Kind of mysterious woman, and she's the lady of the, I don't know, what was it? The lady of the hospital, and she's the lady of the garden. So they're kind of connected. And I could probably make some documents that talk about the lady of the hospital and the lady of the garden and stuff like that. Try and tie in the environment ties into the story as well. Yes, Delirium, you do. Yeah, I mean, you created some really good cutscenes, and some of the you created John, Jerry, Steve. Come on, like, you are already a legend to everyone. Yeah, her name is Beretta. That's the one. The good thing is I don't actually have to read out this name in the game because it's only going to appear in written form. So thank God for that. I don't know if she's just a sculpt or if she's actually rigged, but I guess I could, you know, deconstruct her and rig her anyway. But it would be nice when you put all four of the objects in place, if they're if she actually moved, you know, like when she pointed at something. I think that would be pretty cool. By the way, my other game, Cell Strain, is due in September, I think. It's really a mystery to me because I'm the one putting it together. My friend took over to finish it. Did he? Oh, okay. Well, at least it's getting over the finish line then. Hopefully your friend is doing a good job. I can't wait to play that then. September. You're going to come up against the Subject demo, so let's go head to head. Right. I always want to make more and more songs, but I burn out and hit creative blocks quickly. It's a habit that needs to wear off. Thankfully, I've not had any creative blocks. I don't even want to say yet because I never want to have them. I feel like the streams kind of stimulate me so that we keep moving forward and we keep making new things. Like, I can't just sit here going, oh, okay, what do I make next? You know, I need to, like, oh, let's try this, let's try that. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But generally, I think I'm alright so far. That's cool, Delirium. What sort of game is it? Cell Strain. I can't remember if Cell Strain was the one you showed me before about the. It's like a big monster that has like this big arm, and it's like a more like a Devil May Cry meets Resident Evil. Is that the same game that I'm thinking of? Sorry if I had company there. Hey Aerox HD, how long do you want to stream? Well, normally I stream for like a normal stream for me on like a Thursday, sometimes Friday and Saturday is like 3 hours long. 3 hours is like a sweet spot, but literally anywhere between 2 and 3 hours normally. But the Tuesday Wednesday streams I normally do for like an hour and a half because I don't have as much time. But yeah, generally like 2.5 to 3 hours is good for me. Once it comes out, I might get VR too. Yeah, I think VR would be pretty nice. Maybe we could make a subject update for the VR, just like certain scenes. Just have John Jerry Steve's leg pulsing in your face. Usually 2-3 hours. Yeah, that's the. I think today so far we've been streaming for around 2 hours. So I'll probably stream for like another 45 minutes maybe. So we'll try and finish the rest of this scene and maybe just start on a template for the cafeteria. I'm assuming I might have a little bit more time to do that today. A horror VR Dreams game would be outstanding. I am with you. We'll hopefully make the VR and the PS5 jump at the same time. Oh yeah, because like I'm going to get the PS5 on day one. I'm still waiting for the price, but I kind of need to go for it. It doesn't look like that we're going to have an upgraded Dreams version on launch of PS5, but I definitely need an upgraded PlayStation because I don't have a Pro. So when I play some people's Dreams, they lag for me. So, and the load times aren't that bad in Dreams, they're quite good, but in general for other games I kind of need it. So for me the PS5 is kind of essential, and hopefully it has better streaming capabilities built in. If it doesn't, I'm going to think about investing in a proper PC so I can do like even more advanced streams. I like the minimalist streams. Like I like the fact that it's just the game and the camera and the chat. For me that's perfect. I don't really need anything else. I don't really like streams that have like so many things covering the screen and then the game is like that size, you know? Like I hate that. It's so boring. At least this, you can see everything, you know? So if I do stream using a PC, it would remain largely the same. The only difference would be that I could add more features, you know, to the screen. Like if someone, like, you know, if someone follows or subscribes or whatever, you know, it's like, and I can do like, maybe I can host like some competitions in the future and we can advertise some little things, you know, around the screen now and again. Just like little things, just to make it more presentable, I guess. But hopefully the PS5 has got some more options built in for people, so they don't really have to buy a gaming PC, or a streaming PC I should say, because it's really expensive. I was looking at the prices. We're talking like proper premium prices here. So if I get it, it's like an investment, you know, for the future. But to buy that and a PS5 at the same time, that's going to destroy me. But hey, needs must. Sent an invite, I hope you like it. Oh thanks, I'll check that out after the stream, or after I finish work I think. Hey RoboKiller, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I saw that you updated your Fallout level, or game, looks pretty cool. So how's is the project going well? Yeah, we've just pretty much finished all of the main hospital building, all the areas. So now we're on the outside of the hospital. We're trying to build like a little courtyard grounds sort of area, and then we're going to start building 2, which will have a cafeteria, conference rooms, some little labs, and then we're going to move on to the final building, which will just be like pediatrics, you know, kind of a small building. And then the hospital's almost done. We can do the underground lab, We're getting so close to finishing the level design, and then I can, off stream, I'm going to work on the combat. I've already got the non-combat stuff ready, and then I just need to work on the environments. Intra Attack out, he's going to help with all the lighting. Then I'm going to have to send all the lines to the voice actors, and we can start getting the cutscenes ready and start get some trailers and some demos working. So it's like slowly we're kind of getting there, because there's loads of environments. I haven't even counted how many scenes I've made in total, but it's a lot, and there's still quite a few to go. But I'm getting excited. I feel like we're getting close, getting super close. It's an action horror game. You play as a woman named Eve who is mutated to an illness. At least that's what it was. Like I said, it's a mystery to me because I gave him full creative control on the story. Alright, it's probably completely different now. It's probably a nice little happy game now. It's like Kingdom Hearts. That's what it's going to be. Some really crazy story. Literally, I will spend a whole day sending to people. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I've got a tactic. There's two ways that you can send stuff to people, right? In the past, you just had to send it to like random people, but now since they added the online function, you can actually see who's online right now. So you could technically do a search and only search for people who are online at the moment. So if you send it to all of those people, because they're online, they're more likely to play it now. So you're not wasting your time sending it to people who won't play for another week, or people who their accounts are dormant, because there's no way of knowing which accounts people use or don't use. So if you target people who are online, just go through a big list of everyone who's online, and then at least you can get plays almost immediately. The only bad thing about doing it that way is that you might spam people, because if you do everyone that's online and then you try again later, you might target the same people. Or if you target people who are offline, again you might target people who were online, so it gets a bit confusing. So personally, I'm just going to send it to people who are like players, because players will play your game. But I'm going to go through like all the categories and just like send to as many people as I can. It's going to take a long time, but I think I'm going to release the game on a Friday, and I think I'm just going to like take the day off and just dedicate that to the game and spend hours promoting it, sending it to people, and see if we can get a big launch, And I probably won't do the 24-hour stream on the same day or the same week as the release, because I want to give people a chance to actually play the game for themselves. I don't want to spoil too much. So I think like the week after, just to give it a bit more promotion, like the week after, I'll do a 24-hour live stream. So I'll play both characters. I'll play both characters again on like the hardest difficulty mode. I'll show you all the unlockables. I'll answer your questions for anyone that jumps into that stream, and try and stretch it out so we've got a good 24-hour stream, assuming the connection doesn't drop. That's what I have planned. So that'll be like the end of November, beginning of December. We'll do our first 24-hour stream. There's a tech demo on Dreams if you want to check out the gameplay. Just look up Cell Strain demo. Yeah, I think that's the one I played, but yeah, it reminded me of that game Prototype, but with more evilness. I've so far managed to make 3.5 scenes, so RA5 so far. I feel like you do this on purpose. Bovarichinchada, that's the one. You pronounce Muvarishta. Muvarishta. Sounds good to me. Yes, that's the one, LBP. See, everyone calls me LBP. God damn it. I don't blame you though, because my name kind of is influenced by LBP. Because when I created this channel, it was back in the days of Little Big Planet 2, like 2012. I didn't really use it to be a YouTuber. It was mostly just to store my Little Big Planet movies, like Batman and stuff like that. So I never changed the name, I just kept it, because the name doesn't really matter. you see so many channels with terrible names and they still do good, so I just kept the name. But it's, yeah, some people accidentally call me LBP, or if you're like Gribble Grunger, he calls me Little Big Planet Animation. I'm like, clearly my name says Little Big Animation. Like, if you say LBP instead of LBA, okay, you can make a mistake, you can press the wrong letter, but to actually call me Little Big Planet Animation, it's like, what the hell, man? What the hell? That's not my name. But whatever. Because some people said I should change my name to be more Dreams related, but Dreams will die at some point as well, and then I'll need to change my name again, you know. So I'm just going to keep my name. I don't even know what I would call myself if I did change my name, because I'm not that good at coming up with names for channels and profiles and stuff, so I don't see the point. I'll just leave it. Hey Astro Water, welcome back. I hope you're having a great week. So hi away, I say your thermal is near 50%. You could try painting the... is that dress? Is that grass? And other objects for less thermal, like 12 to 16%. Yeah, painting is my weakest point, unfortunately. So right now we're just going to get like the structure of the scene. So like, you're only really seeing this because I kind of had to... oh, I didn't, did I? I think it's because the gameplay's so high, because we have... because you can see here the graphics are 42, but the gameplay is at 82. But that's only because the jukeboxes, with all the music over there, it takes up a lot of gameplay. So obviously I'll delete all those, and we're just doing like a rough sketch of the environment. So once I come back to this area, like in a few months' time, because I'm working on all the past areas we worked on, I'll definitely try and optimize and try and improve my painting skills so that I can actually make something that's half decent, you know. LBP animations, yeah, but we're not Little Big Planet anymore, so we can't do that. He doesn't really bother about thermals since this is all just placeholders. Hey Delirium, love your creations. Oh yeah, John Jerry Steve in the house. If you do stream on PC, you should give the face cam a border. Yeah. Does that bother you that I don't have a border? Yeah. Do I blend too much into the grass? Like my hair becomes the grass. Look. Oh my god, my hair. Just grassy hair. Or get a green screen finally. Actually do have a green screen. The only problem is I don't have a place to properly hang it up. I can't hang it up here because that's a window. It's a bit weird. I used to do the green screen in a couple of other locations, but I was like attaching them to the wall, and then it's kind of ugly leaving it on the wall, so you have to like tear it down, and then every time you go to stream, put it back up, tear it down, put it back up. It's so boring, honestly. That's one of the reasons why I hated streaming for a while, because I was like, I always had to put the green screen up, you know, make sure the settings were good, promote. Oh, sometimes you just want to sit down, click stream and just go, you know, especially if you're doing it like every day. In the future, if I do like start doing like, especially if I buy a streaming PC, then obviously I'll be taking streaming even more seriously than I do now, but I already do take it pretty seriously. But if I do that, then I would like to create maybe more of a dedicated setup. So then I would have a green screen, I would have the PlayStation, the monitor, everything's set up, ready to go. I don't need to set up anything. It's like a studio, it's good to go. I just don't do it right now because I feel like if I change everything, and then it might be for nothing, you know. So I'm taking it one step at a time. We'll slowly improve the streams, we'll slowly adapt and add more things. Hello, Ardeal Aesthetic. Hello, how are you? I hope you're having a great week. Welcome to our Dreams stream. We are creating a survival horror game. This is the outside of the hospital. Lovely hospital. Nice little block. As we go into the courtyard here. I think it's looking pretty nice so far. Considering we need to change a lot of it, but I think once the detail's in, once the lighting's in, this is going to be fire. proper fire. Because don't forget, like, as Intra Attack Out and Small Human aggressively pointed out, this is just flat lighting, just so I can see the environment. I don't like to work when there's like lights and stuff. It's harder to see what you're doing. But once I add all the lights and stuff, this is going to look pretty damn sweet. Speaking of pricey, I spent 1k on random crap online. Oh man. I remember you told me you bought some statues, which was quite cool. And they are definitely not cheap. So yeah, like 1k. Around 1k is probably what you would have to spend on a streaming PC. At least a decent one. If you want the best streaming PCs, then obviously it would cost a bit more than 1,000, but yeah, it's around $1,000. Plus the PS5 is probably going to be like another, I don't know, like $700. I don't know, it depends how beefy it is, maybe 500, 600. Let me see here. Make a stream of you sending subject to everyone to not go insane. That's a good idea, actually. Maybe because the game is going to release on Friday, right? And normally we do a live stream on Friday anyway, so maybe I'll just stream anyway and just be like sending the dream to people. Boring stuff. Hey, Wan Gamer, nice to see you. I hope you're having a great week. Are you making anything nice in Dreams? Whatever happened to Little Big animation intro that you had a while ago? It was like, Little Big animation! I know, I changed it. See, that's the thing, when you go through YouTube, you start things, you change things. I felt like if I was ever going to do an intro again, I'd need to like make a whole new one. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess I decided let's not do an intro, let's just get right into the videos. And then, I don't know. I'll create more of a structure in the future maybe. I just lost interest in the intro, to be honest. If I could make like a sick intro in Dreams, then I might use it again. But it was a pretty cool intro, wasn't it? Pretty cheap but effective. Shut up, LBP. You call me Stu Nemo. What is your name though? What is it? Nemo? 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 Niaimo? You tell me. Oh god, I've been disconnected from the server. Did the stream end? Please no. Maybe it's just a Dreams thing. Did you guys see that? It said timed out to the server. That is not promising, because whenever that happens, PSN is messing up. Stee Numo. Numo? Who knows? My game Estra might come out during summer or fall. What kind of game is that going to be about? Estra? I don't think you told us about it, or did you? Yeah, there's a lot of good games coming out this year, so we need to pick up our game, I think. Ever think of getting a gaming room office for recording games and stuff? Just for that issue? I'm kind of in an office right now. It's just like a room that's like, you know, to do homework or study or do my work. So it's kind of like it, but I can't transform it into a gaming room because it would defeat the purpose of being an office, you know. So in the way that it's structured, it's like the table, it's kind of like built into the wall, so it's like if you see here, you can't actually move this, it's stuck. So if I wanted to rearrange things, I couldn't do it so easily. I'd have to break this. So like the way that I'm sitting right now, there's a window here. I could turn it around and sit on the other side of the table, and then I would just have to change what's there, you know. It's just like a cabinet and, you know, some chairs. It's not much. So I could definitely try and create a different structure, but it's not so spacious. But we'll do it one step at a time. Once we get the beanbag chair, we'll change everything, and that'll be one of the things we can implement. And I'm back. Had to watch a big lightning storm. Oh, I did not know that was happening. Or lighting storm. See, I read that as lightning storm, but you wrote lighting storm, so you could have got away with it. The lighting obsession is having a toll on me. Yeah, oh yeah. You're like, how do I get realistic lightning flashes and tones in the sky? It's good. You're doing your research. You're a proper Disney man. It's a cosmic horror game that takes place in 2080, where Earth has been consumed by a glowing flood from the unknown. Oh wow, a glowing flood. That does sound quite unique. Scrutido lighting is actually nice. Oh my god, you doing this on purpose? Studio. Get it right, man. I usually make my own studio lighting using a sun and sky. Retains the glow of objects. Do you release it? Because you could release that as like an asset for other people to use, and maybe I could use it. But until then, I'm going to use my crappy flat studio lighting. Right now, I think the last time we were working on a scene, it was a dark scene, so our lighting's like really dark. Oh, look how evil that hospital looks. So evil. Oh, look at that. Look how creepy that looks. Like her face is like in the shadow. You can't actually see her. Oh my god. Doesn't that look so haunting? Eh? You can't see my face. I'm one of the Dark Riders. You cannot see me. Even with this, like this is like crappy lighting, but even that's better, right? Just to have some tone on her, you know. But whatever, we'll get to that. This is the big job for you, Intra Attack Out. This is for you to. What are you doing? You're going to fall right off the edge. You're going to have an accident. Come on. Just behave yourself for once in your life. Yeah. So if you could release that as a public element, maybe that would be quite handy. So let me see. So we've got the entrance to that hospital there, that hospital there. Let me just grab some doors, do some tedious stuff right now. Start to copy some of this stuff around here. So Intra Attack Out, now that you've got all of the exposure in the world and you're now super famous for your Dream Relentless game, and you're hogging all the limelight, what's the plans for the next project? What game do you have in mind next? I'm not sure if you're taking a break or if you're going straight into another game, but of course you can share with us some details. I'm sure most of us would love to see what's coming next from the Grandmaster. Put that there. There you go. It's got our doors. Need to put some more railings in. This is the really boring stuff. I don't mind doing this stuff, but it's like near the end of the stream, I just get a bit tired, I guess. So having to copy all this stupid stuff. Boring. Just copy these because I'm going to have to redo all this anyway, so I don't really think I should put much attention into it. Alright, blah blah blah, I'll do that later. It's kind of boring. So I just need to figure out what I'm going to do at the back of here, because I think like I was going to do like a section for the groundskeeper or the grounds staff. So they have like a little building. I don't know if you're going to enter it or if there's going to be anything relevant over here. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to do something here. Like maybe there's like an energy unit here and there's a little shed. I don't know. Just something extra to put here. So that's something I want to figure out. Maybe I could like, where's my phone? I could quickly Google it and see what it would look like because I like to get a little bit of a reference, you know, before I actually start building stuff. I'm planning to make a real game like on the PS4, PS5 in the future. Do you mean in Dreams or outside of Dreams? Either way, I'm excited. If you need a voice actor for a ghost child, I can do it. By the way, I meant LBA. Alright, I thought you were just offering yourself like, I'm a ghost child. So if anybody needs a ghost child, let me know. See, I don't know if I'm going to put children in the game, because I know if I put children in it, I'm going to get destroyed by people. You know, if I shoot a zombie child, it's not going to look good. So I don't know if I'll put kids in it, or if I'll even put a dead kid's body in it. I think it's a bit sensitive, you know, so maybe I'll just, the children are all gone, they've been completely consumed. My theory is that the adult zombies ripped the children apart because they're so small and it's very easy to eat them whole. So that's my theory, why there's no children left. Hey Reckley, welcome back, hope you're doing well. Was taking a break, but I'm slowly getting into the game again now. Currently working on a shooter for the Rhythm Game Jam. It should be released in the coming 4 days. Yeah, it's a good way to kickstart your creativity. Just go for the jam. I didn't enter this jam. I entered the 30-second jam, so if you played something with a little pig with coins and unclogging a toilet, that was me. So vote for it. I want to get into the top 3 with my crap creation. But yeah, I didn't bother going for the rhythm one, because I thought the rhythm one is like out of my depth a little bit. Like, I feel like I've got a bit of rhythm, but I just don't really make the best music. And I thought I was going to make, because we were talking about Streets of Rage, I thought, by the way, Streets of Rage 4 is out today, so if anybody wants to go and buy that, you know, it's not that expensive. Maybe someone can play with me online. But the rhythm stuff, I was thinking about making like a Streets of Rage game, and then there was like, as you fight the other characters, there's like rhythm to it, you know, and a beat and stuff. But I thought it's going to take me too long to make it, so I just thought I'll just leave it. To be fair, it's already dead. Yeah, just joking. It's like GTA, no children at all. Yeah, it's best to avoid the subject, because Dead Space 4, there were zombie children, and people were like, oh my god, you kill children in this game. And it's the same with Days Gone, there's zombie children in that as well, and the same issue, oh my god, you kill children in this game. Yeah, like you said, they're already dead, so we're not really killing children. We're killing zombies who happen to have the body of a child. I think that's more of the accurate description, but I think I'd rather avoid it, because I think, imagine Media Molecule playing this, they're like, wow, this game is so amazing, so amazing. Oh my god, I just killed a child. You know, let's sweep this one under the rug. I think there's only so much I'll get away with, so nah, no children. I just wanted to put the pediatrics in, because when I was looking at all the different environments in the hospital, I just want to create as much variety as I can, and so I think if we do like a child's sort of area, I think that would be quite fun. I kind of wanted to put a clown in it, like, oh, it was like he was there for like a party or something, and he got infected like everybody else. Can you imagine a zombie clown? Not only if you have a fear of the game, but if you have a fear of clowns, imagine that coming towards you. I don't know if I'll do it. It might look a bit stupid, but I probably wouldn't make a clown that was like traditional big hair and, you know, colourful clothes. I think I would do like a clown that was like more like all in white, and it's just like the makeup on the face, and the makeup's kind of like coming off and stuff like that. So if I made a clown, it would be something like that, something like still looks pretty creepy. And so yeah, I might do that. We'll see. I'm making a tech demo for Escha. See, I can never pronounce anybody's name or anybody's game, so if I'm pronouncing your things wrong, let me know. Should I just add my underground song to the rhythm jam? I honestly don't know what else to do for it, so I could use that as a random entry. To be honest, people put some random crap into the jams, so I mean, your entry would just be the same, right? But I mean, you could try and do something, but 4 days, there's not a lot of time, so if you don't think you're going to use the track for any other jams, then go for it, because I think you can only enter it like once, so make sure you're sure. Finished Streets of Rage 4 10 times now, on my 11th playthrough right now. Wow, that is incredible. How is the game? Is it good? I assume it's good. Is it just as good as the originals? Is it better? I'd like to know. You're definitely getting your money's worth. Days Gone handled child zombies well, I think. You think so? For me, they were just like children, you know, like the same with Dead Space 2. They were just like miniature zombies, you know. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna tempt people to trash me. I started Monday, so it'll be a miracle if the game is actually fully done by Friday. Yeah, and once you enter it to the game jam, you're not allowed to update. I entered Super Alien Buddy into the Monster Jam, and I didn't realise you couldn't update it, and I updated it to fix some bugs, and this was after I entered it, so I thought I was going to get disqualified, but luckily I didn't. So I think they have to manually disqualify you, so I don't know how much of a window you've got to update your game, but yeah, you don't want to leave it too long. Once you enter it, you can't update it. So, but the way they word the terms, it's kind of strange. It's like, is it like the version I enter into the jam, is that locked, and then when I update the game outside of the jam, is that independent? That way I can keep updating my game, but it doesn't affect the jam version. But I'm not so sure that's true, because I updated Super Alien Buddy and then I played it in the jam and it was the updated version, so I don't know how it works. But yeah, I would probably avoid updating it just to be on the safe side. Here's an idea for a scene event, LB: a dead body falling through a morgue roof right in front of you. Ooh. Crushes you to the floor. Those dogs are going crazy. I didn't even hear the dogs because I'm wearing earphones. I couldn't even hear them. I assume they were going mental. They're not my dogs. I've just got cats. We need the dog song to play. Yeah, that's the new song. Barking. Who let the dogs out, right? So yeah, I'd like to know. I've not looked at any reviews for Streets of Rage 4, but I'm hoping it's really good. I used to play it's mostly the first game I used to play, but when I got the Sega collection, I started to play 2 and 3. Apparently everyone loves 2, but for me the first one's always going to be the best. It's a classic, absolute classic. Plus I'm not even sure if you can go Adam in the second game. You couldn't. The first one, that's who I always used to go, Adam. Most people probably went Axel, you know, poster child, but I always went Adam. I thought he was pretty cool. Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 is great. Originals can't be beat in my opinion, but it's much better than I was expecting. Definitely a worthy sequel. All good. And the music is really good too. Apparently you get access to all of the old soundtracks as well, so it's not just the new one, which is quite nice if you want to change the soundtracks. Have you heard about The Last of Us Part 2 leaks in development hell? I've heard about the development hell. I did not read about the leaks. I do not want to know about any leaks, so if anybody has saw any spoilers, do not post them, because I don't think anybody wants to see that shit. So, but I think it's normal, to be honest, for development hell. Like when you get to like CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk, they really put pressure on their employees. There's two ways to look at it. Like, there's one way to think, well, you're making this big game, so you kind of expect this kind of pressure. And then on the other hand, it is a bit inhumane, you know. But they're working in the game industry. They're working on a big studio. They're working on a big game. It's kind of expected. So it's like, I don't know how bad it was. Like if they were like really taking advantage of people, but when it gets to crunch time, like Subject, I've got to get this game done. I'm going to beat myself into the ground the last month or two to properly finish everything. I just wanted to see if I could find anything for like the garden, like if I could find like, let's go for the American one, like a lawnmower. Got to cut that grass, right? They're all kind of like the same thermal. I'm just trying to get like some equipment and stuff, you know, that I can just sort of sit around the area, you know. Some shears. Or we could get like a... Could we get some kind of shed? Let me see. Rather than building a shed, can we just find like a tool shed maybe? I mean, it could be something like that. We could literally just use this. And just... Oh. And then just get rid of this crap. Just as like an extra little part, you know. I don't even know if you'll enter this. I don't think I will. It's just really there for background detail. So we'll see how I develop this. Might need to get some more trees. I got some over here. We basically didn't use any bushes, did we? But I think I'm going to use like more of these to like really small ones, just to like make this look a bit prettier. You know, get the entrances looking pretty nice. Yeah, so it looks alright. So far I'm reasonably happy with it, how everything turned out. So it looks like we'll probably need to do the cafeteria tomorrow, and no doubt that'll be a big task. And the conference room shouldn't be too difficult, just like a big table with some chairs and some pictures and I don't know, a TV. And then the little lab areas, that'll probably take a while. I'll need to get as much equipment as I can. I'm dreading having to sculpt my own equipment. Yeah, I read and know all about it, but I won't post anything at all. You should make me and Isaac moderators so we can mute people who spoil it and say the leaks. But then you'll get leaked. That'll suck, man. Honestly. Just waiting for one asshole to do it. I'm gonna rage if I find anything. Yeah, the first and second are awesome. I can't choose between them. Music in Streets of Rage 4 is good overall. A few really good songs, some just okay. Because in the description for the game it actually says the soundtrack is amazing. Maybe they're just overhyping it, I don't know. Yeah, good idea, Small. Although I wouldn't be too effective this stream due to doing homework, so I'm not looking at the chat that regularly. You're missing all the good stuff. Everybody's trashing you, Isaac. They're saying a lot of bad things about you. Hey, no one tell them anymore, right? We'll just keep this up. But anyone else who is trustworthy and always on the chat could do that. Yeah, I'll need to start doing it. I wonder how I'd do it, because I know I set Jinkage Gaming as a moderator, but he's barely here these days. In the past he used to be here now and again, but now he's just so busy that he just doesn't have the time. So I might need to add a few people as moderators, you know, just for the hell of it, you know. Looks quite nice, give you some prestige. LBA bad news, by the way. Witty told me he's cancelling the OST because of thermal and he wouldn't be able to make 30 plus songs in the time frame. Don't you say that to me. Don't you say that to me. Are you trying to troll me, Isaac? Doesn't really matter to me. I don't really know the game. I don't know about Isaac though. I love The Last of Us, so I'm expecting a good game. Uh-oh, Witty bailed. Don't say that. Are you trolling me? You better be trolling me, Isaac. I'll accept this one time as a troll. I already read all the leaks, LBA, so I would be open to help mute people like that if they were ever to pop up. So you don't really care about The Last of Us then? Oh well, that's a shame. Yeah, I'll need to get the... Maybe I can open up on my phone because... let me see. I've opened up my phone. Oh my god, you're not trolling me, you're actually telling me the truth. I've got like 20 messages from Witty. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, can you see that? It's like, it's quite bright, but you can see. Look, literally, like... Look, it's like groveling. Oh my god. If you're watching the stream, Witty, I'm gonna get you. So it's like, the sculptor said that it was too much work, so now I had to sculpt all the characters and do all the facial animations. Now the composer's bailed. Oh my god, like, did you want to see a blow up on stream? Now is the chance, because oh my god, I'm gonna have to compose a soundtrack as well, and I can't even compose soundtracks. Oh my god. Well, we're just gonna have to get back to man, you know. That's just the only other alternative to do it. I should have saw this coming, but oh well. Ah, Witty, you've let us down. You've let us down big time. Ah, right. I'm gonna make it work. I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh no, we don't have the soundtrack now, so plans off, game's cancelled. No, we're gonna get through this. Don't worry. We're gonna make the best soundtrack ever, the biggest and the best soundtrack. Mark my words. I'm gonna do everything alone. This game is obviously going to have some collaborators who have helped me tremendously, but at the same time, I'm going to bust my ass and make sure that, you know, I've done like most of the work in this game from scratch. My god, right, let me go back from that. Let's move on, shall we? But yeah, Isaac, I'll make you a moderator. Let me stay in the stream, right, even before I end, because I think if I click your name, I don't know if I can do it on the phone. I know I can do it on the PC, but I'd rather not open that right now. So I'll try and like load up the stream on my phone, and I'll try to see if I can do it there. If I can't do it there, I'll do it on the computer, maybe tomorrow. Let me see. I will send you proof after stream. Yeah, he's already sent me all the messages too. It's not just you. I don't know. Maybe he got so eager to tell everyone. It's okay, I can do your music. Are you sure you want to get that responsibility? Because if you turn out to be another disappointment in my life, you're dead to me, right? There's a lot of see the music that you hear right now in the stream, the Resident Evil 3 music. Basically, you need to make something like that, original, but use that as a reference in a lot of music. I mean, I just don't want to talk about The Last of Us now because I'm afraid I could accidentally slip up. Rather unlikely, but better be safe than sorry. Yeah, so randomly just like, oh, alright, I'm going to give you a spoiler. Do you think The Last of Us Part 1 is all that? I really like it. I mean, I'm not going to say it's like the best game in the world, but the gameplay was so cool. And I love Naughty Dog. Like, they craft such a good story. But I really enjoyed it. It's more of a linear game, obviously, but there's some areas where you can branch out and explore people's houses and stuff. And I'm expecting the second one to go even more because it's a PS4 game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love all Naughty Dog games. All of them. Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, Last of Us, they're all good. I can help make a few tracks. A few is like that. I need like that. My god. It's like, see if you've ever wanted to make a project as hard as it possibly could be. This is it now. Last of Us 1 is in my top 3 games of all time. Wow, that you must like it even more than me then. Red Blue Pill, hello, welcome to the stream. Damn dude, sort that thermo out. Well, it's actually a trick, because the thermo, so the gameplay is like 86, but it's actually the jukeboxes. We've got a lot of music here. We've got like 3 different jukeboxes full of music. So once I delete, like, watch this, if I delete all of this stuff, it should give me a bit more room to breathe. So it took a lot of gameplay away. And there's also some stuff over here. But, you know, I'm not too worried about it right now. Because we're not really in that polish stage right now. Right now we're just sort of putting things together, you know. So I think I need to turn these off for now. But yeah, that's all we're kind of doing right now, so I'll definitely fix that at some point. Yeah, both me and Isaac will make the soundtrack for you, Albert. LBA. See, I thought you were actually making a witty thing there, because Albert Wesker is from Resident Evil, so if you called me Albert, I would have been flattered. But then you corrected yourself, so it didn't work. Yeah, bad news. Won't be able to do the lighting for your game, unfortunately. I haven't seen enough respect for lighting here. Oh my god, see if you actually said to me that you weren't going to do the lighting. I think I would just break everything right now. Don't troll me right now. My god. Then I'd need to do all the lighting myself. One-man army. But don't worry, there is respect for the lighting, I assure you. It's just that I'm just trying to like keep everything easy to visualise. That's all. That's all. I'll make the soundtrack for you, LBA. I've never dabbled in music, so it will be crap, but you'll have to use it. Oh god, well at this point I'm probably just going to have to take what I can get, right? I mean, we could always have different composers for one game. 30 plus tracks is a lot. See, it is a lot, but it's like, I think I can do it. I honestly think I could do it. If I, like, right now I'm making like some tracks, some practice tracks for like a rock band thing in Dreams. I've made like 3 tracks, and literally I made a track in like an hour. I reckon I could make some rough drafts, and I could definitely make several tracks. I think I could get like the whole soundtrack for Subject, a draft version of course, done within like, so if we do like, it's 30 tracks, let's say I could probably get them in like between 3 months maybe. I could get like a good draft version done, and then we can go over it, and then maybe that's a good idea. So then anyone that is a musician, rather than you having to spend all your time making tracks, I'll make the draft version, and then you guys can come in, evaluate it, decide how we can improve it, things we can change, and then that way maybe there's not so much pressure on you guys to do it, since you're just polishing it, you know. It makes it a bit easier. I could do the save room theme and some other random stuff though. Yeah, that would be pretty nice, to be honest. Random stuff means all the soundtrack. In the last 20 minutes, 3 people have made LBA lose the will to live. Yeah, don't even start. Batman works alone. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Alfred is a vital member of that team. Him and his mad computer. I'm telling you, he's the one that keeps the wheels churning. What are your thoughts on the Resident Evil 3 remake? I love the remake. It's a little short, but I don't think that's worth saying the game's bad. I think for what it's worth, the game is really good. Sure, if it was a couple hours longer, then I'm sure people would be like, oh, it's amazing. But because it's a little shorter, people trashed it. So, but I don't think that's very fair. It's a really good game. Maybe if you're like more conscious with your money, it might not be so good for value, but for me, it was like I was buying this game anyway, so it's all good for me. It did have a lot of content It didn't have a lot of content, unlike Resident Evil 2. Yeah, I mean, like I played the original Resident Evil 3 again before I played the remake, and it's basically you just go Jill. It's more linear. There's a lot of things to that original game, and it took me like 8 hours to complete the original, and I think the remake took me like 6 hours. So it's like I lost like 2 hours because there's some areas you don't explore and some things got completely removed. But I'm happy with what I got. Yeah, it could have been better. It's not going to match up with Resident Evil 2, but it's certainly pretty good. To be honest, I prefer making songs myself from scratch. It's actually easier for me. Well, if you say that, then you're going to have to make the whole soundtrack. Then you're just digging your own grave, Isaac. You know. To be honest, if no other audio creator is up to help, I could actually do the OST, because it's not like I'll have to compose 30 10-minute songs. No, like I say 30 tracks, right? But if you look at an OST, most of the tracks are like 1 minute long, 2 minutes long, maybe some are 3 minutes long. But on average, most of them are like 1.5 to 2 minutes long, because you can just loop the music. You know, it's not like it has to be this big thing, you know. So you can keep it short. It doesn't have to be this big thing, you know. It just sounds like a lot because it's 30 of them, but it's like 30 1-2 minute songs, you know. It's like, can you compose like an hour worth of music? I'm sure you could do that. Same, Resident Evil 3 was awesome. I take forever to play games, so it lasted me ages. Yeah, same with me. It actually took me a couple of weeks to get through it all. Resident Evil 3 was really good, but Resident Evil 2 is my favourite remake. It is pretty damn good. But the remake for the first game is also awesome. Like, that is just such a good remake. And a lot of the songs use a leitmotif, so you don't always have to think of a new melody. Yeah, so you can just like use a theme. That's it. Get the same instruments, just mix them up a bit. Yeah, it's like making 100 Disarm songs. Could do that in a week. There's a good way to look at it. So yeah, we've got always corrected you here. Leitmotif. But he always makes typo mistakes and things like that. So I'm gonna end the stream here now. I need to go back to work now. So it was a good stream before it became pretty disastrous. So more problems. But we knew it was coming. I predicted it. It always happens. Even in Little Big Planet, it always happens. People drop out. I was making a Batman series that had like 6 episodes. People voiced for the first episode, and then they never returned for episode 2 onwards. So I was stuck. I couldn't just change the voices. So it's normal. That's why collaborations, you really need to get together with people that are like absolutely dedicated, just the same as you. Otherwise it's like, it's not going to work. Later, man, stay strong. Yeah, I will do. I'll get through this. I'm sorry you had to see the start of my breakdown. This is not the peak. After the stream goes off, I'm going to cry into a pillow. Alright, thanks for streaming, and see you tomorrow. I could start with the first song tomorrow after I finish my homework. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a blueprint. I'll send you what I sent Witty to give you an idea of the rough idea of all the tracks that we need. And I'll give you some of my ideas, and I'll send you some soundtracks to get you inspired. So hopefully we can share the load and get through it. But yeah, more work that we need to do now. See you, man. Great stream. Yeah, it was nice to see you again, all the same. See you, Intra-Tac out. Don't give up on the lighting. You must stick with this project to the end. Don't you want to be part of something special, Intra-Tac out? This is it. This is your moment to do it. LB, what kind of music do you want? Alright, think of all the Resident Evil soundtracks from like 0, 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. All the classic survival horror games, even Silent Hill. Use all of that as a good reference. Not to copy, just to get an idea. So like with pianos and things like that, and creepy yet kind of catchy tracks, so that they're memorable. That's the references. Yeah, sure, man. Subject and Super Alien Buddy 2, that's cool. I know you've got 2 soundtracks that you need to make this year. Good luck, Isaac, good luck. So a lot of violins and pianos. Yeah, pretty much. and minor. Yeah, whatever. Sure. I guess that's the themes. Yeah. So just as you would expect, some creepy music that has some kind of catchy elements, you know. So I'll let you guys know. So I'm going to end now. So enjoy the rest of your day. If any of you guys are around tomorrow, we'll continue this, and we'll make the cafeteria on the second hospital building. And if we've got more time after that, we'll do some of the conference room and stuff like that. So we're almost finished building 2 if we do a lot tomorrow, but I don't think we'll finish it till the week after. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you then. Bye.